when I was in elementary school, I remember this other kid named Steven, and he had a tendency to pee his pants a lot. I don't know, when I was younger, I actually kind of didn't really like my name. Because of the pee the pants association. I just felt like for some reason I got this concept after a while that Steven was a name of a dirty businessman. I don't know, I just like chose to like her. I was just like, I like girls now in general. I am like no longer ashamed to admit it, and I choose you, Hope. It kind of like ends as like a failure. Nothing happened, which to me, like a name like Hope is kind of like false advertising, which kind of plays mind tricks on you. And so I think, you know, Hope's mother was thinking that maybe that she would be some sort of angelic being as a result of that name, you know. She had no, she really should have added like a disclaimer middle name. Hope's mother just wasn't thinking of others. Hope's mother clearly wasn't named Charity. Hope Fully or something like that. Hope you have a six-pack, otherwise you're not getting my daughter. Hopefully you can have her, Robinson. First name abandoned, middle name Hope. That would be a lot more appropriate. Hope, but like mostly despair and sadness. Mostly despair and sadness should have been her middle name. It's a really long middle name. Maybe that's why I shouldn't take that approach. I would sometimes just ride my bike around, and I like learned where she lived, and I would just ride my bike like kind of like by her house. I distinctly remember I was riding like kind of slow, and all of a sudden I see like Hope like up in like this big window in her house on like the second story, and she looks at me and she waves, and I got like overly excited and overly preoccupied. Like it was like tunnel vision, you know, to where like I couldn't, all my surroundings were gone. It was just like me and Hope, and I just so happened to be like gliding, and I just like look over at her and I just wave. And it was a very slow-mo moment, and I guess you could say in that exact same slow-mo, I just turned my head, and I noticed the car right in front of me. But like I slammed on the brakes and like kind of like fell over and like off my bike and like landed on my face. She was like up in the window and she just like saw me like topple down to the depths of despair. I imagine she did one of these and then ran down. I don't know what I was thinking. I like wasn't like too terribly embarrassed at the time. I was just like dumb, I guess, just young and dumb and in love. And I severely injured my face. She's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah," but like my face was all bloody, like right here, and she's like, "Oh, you fell?" I'm like, "Yeah, crazy." I wasn't very good at conversations then. It was still pretty nerve-wracking. The way it ended is I eventually just called her up on the phone. I was like, "Hope, would you ever be interested in me?" And she's like, "No." And then I was like, "Okay, that's cool." And what happens there is I go through like this emotional like filtering process where I just take all of the poo that like exists in my heart and I just kind of like filter out of it, and I eventually just get over it, and I just like learn to not like the person so much anymore. I'm staying away from deceiving names from now on. I would much rather marry I don't know, Gwyneth? Just off the top of the head. I still actually like have like a slight scarage. It's like right here somewhere to remember love hurts. Maybe you can't see it.